Shana.
Howdy.
Good, mate.
Very, very good.
Set this time. Awesome. No way on that. I've just seen it. Sweet. Just getting these guys in. They've got 10 minutes. Gets in. No, there's another one. 18. 19. No, so more one.
How exotic.
I know how damn easy.
Hey, H-Town, I interviewed you the other night.
Yeah, you did.
Yeah, I was just thinking about that. I had to remember which race I commentated.
That's the one y'all barely talked about.
Well, there's not a lot to say when you're that far ahead of the pack, to be honest.
Yeah, don't get used to it.
Well,
Only that track.
I gotta say congratulations for your team so far. They're doing quite well.
Yeah, there's a lot of things to clean up though. We're all getting yelled at tonight.
Oh.
Just your teammate and Jet. I got one Jet. Can't fucking find him.
I've invited him.
You invited him. Okay. So he's in what? Fucking Christian.
The show starts in.
Good evening, it's Rapper Bajala here for, I'm busting my cherry here. First time on Rush Racing. Welcome to Division 3, live from Monza. Joining me in the commentary studio is none other than the owner, the governor. Good evening to you, mate. How are you going?
Yeah, good, Pajana. How you going, mate? Looking forward to this one?
Yeah, looking very forward to this one. And the countdown is over, and now we're finally, drop your pants and show us what you got, boys. That's pretty much what we're going to do now. So gloating's over, and let's see what's going to happen. I suppose quickly, before we got to qualifying, wanted to quickly go through and get your thoughts with the driver lineup here, Gov, and I've got it up on the screen. From the McLarens, you've got Dutchy, Verstappen and Hennessy, NDV, and Claire, who's not with us tonight. Quiet Cake and Shish, I cannot pronounce that. I'm just going to call it 6, I think. Nishka.
Slushy.
What's that? What's it pronounced?
Slushy.
Slushy, is it? There we go. Nishka, who has upgraded from the Williams catering to the Mercedes by the looks of it. Congratulations on that. Brian Taylor, he's my tip, I believe, for the championship. I thought he had a really good race last week. Wogjet, Matty, Brad, Vettel, Jordan Sears, Jetman, Kaz, who unfortunately had that spin just at the end. Hugh, Spotty, Spud Muffin, Tyler, and Bucks. It's a pretty good grid. What are your thoughts?
Yeah, I'm actually quite excited for this one. Obviously, the last one of the week before Monza is done and dusted. We move on to the Sakir and Bahrain next week. But yeah, I think I don't know if you've been watching, but the funniest thing we've seen so far is there could be an omen in Ascari for the Ferrari. They've had 3 cars DNF. They're in the same spot.
Ferrari doing Ferrari things, hey? That's what they're good at. So let's go over to live. The boys are now, they're on track, getting ready. Got a couple of guys coming out on track on their out laps. So we will get the spectators, we'll get track map, get that up and running. Let's see who's going to be. It looks like it's going to be a Red Bull by the looks of it. He's going to be our first runner. So let's get in touch with him. How's your day been anyway, mate?
Yeah, good.
Yep.
Just the normal, just getting ready for this, and been checking the liveries.
Yes.
The F1 Audi released this morning.
Oh.
A lot of people fan favourites at the moment, so I
Very
like
good.
it. I like
do.
it.
I'm a big fan.
I like the grey.
Yeah, and I'll tell you what, Haas got it working as well. So here we go. Here it is. As in the form of Christian Horner, it's time to drop your DAX and show us what you got. So Kaz is coming down. He will be doing our first hot lap in Division 3 in the RB. Comes down into turn 1. Nicely touched. Gets into that apex quite nicely. Accelerates away down to turn 3. Down the Curve Grande. Around this corner, flat out. Coming down to turn 3. The first S's. Della, I'm not good at my Italian gov. Hopefully you're better. I do know these 2 turns, Lesmo 1 and Lesmo 2. That's pretty much about it. And Ascari. So on board. First one coming through. Down here, first DRS. Deploys it nicely. Coming through the gears, getting a slight toe there from the Aston Martin. As we come through into Ascari. Clips the inside apex. Lucky not to Yeah, he's got that nicely done, actually. Very nicely worked from Kaz, his first one. Obviously purple here, first sector. Coming through here to Parabolica. Just looks at the 50-metre arc, coming through the gears nicely. He's going to get a nice toe here from the Pinny in front of him. And our first lap for Season 10, it's going to be a 1:18.690. Very nice little benchmark there, if you don't mind. Hughes coming in with a 1:19.839. And Jordan Sears goes top of the table with a 1:18.526 with Jetman. And he had a pretty strong race last week as well. Those 2 Haas's showing some good form early on here in the qualifying, Governor.
Yeah, no, great start. We did see that in pre-season. Obviously, 2 different drivers this time, but 18.5 is a good benchmark to start. As we see Brad just coming in there with an 18.5 as well. Just trying to keep up to the moment because they're flying through these times. We've got the 2 Williams in 4th and 5th. what a start there for Spotty and Spud. 18.7 and 18.7. These times are very close together. There's not much in it at the moment. Just trying to see who's coming round. There's an Alpine, which is Vettel, which is obviously Brett's teammate. Let's have a look what he's got. He's been pretty impressive in some of the pre-season races, and now he is in his car that he wants to be in. So let's see how he's going to improve coming into Parabolic into the final corner, cross the line. Is he going to put it into the 18s, or are we going to be looking at a 19 for the banker? It looks like an 18.8. So there you go, another 18. So 18.5, the time to beat, Rapid.
Yeah. So far, so good. Bunking Bronco. He had another good race, sort of midfield, but he's invalidated, unfortunately. NDV, oh, geez, I tell you what, he was going sideways out of volunteer, literally going sideways on his hot lap. So we're right on board. Apparently, we're contractually obligated to run on a Ferrari here in Monza. So we're right on board with ND. See how he goes here, through here, down to Delta. Through the S's, oh geez, I tell you what, he's really shaky on my screen. Not too sure what he's like on yours, Governor, but he is jumping all over like a rabbit. Through Lesmo 1 into Lesmo 2 now, up to this DRS zone, accelerating through the gears, and he is really glitchy. I'm not too sure if it's an issue on my end, but he's definitely jumping around the screen. Here into Ascari, into turn 10. And the Tifosi will be giving him all the support he needs here as he comes down onto the last corner through Parabolica. Nice little livery, the white one. I actually quite like it on the Ferraris, but some people really like it, some people don't. And across the line, and this will be his banker lap. Oh, no, it's not a banker, it's pole. 1:18.511 so far. So that omen that you was talking about, Gov, just might be wearing off for this race.
I don't know if that's the lag if that's the lag situation at the moment, then yeah, it could still be an omen.
Exactly.
Gets it fixed.
Yeah, very, very true. Yeah.
Would not want to be behind that car.
No, no, not me. Thank you very much. Got a couple of the McLaren's ops coming into the pits by the looks of it. He's coming across the line with... No, he's not going to improve at all. Actually, he's just re-evaluated. So, Dutchy is on an outlap. Coming through... Where's Nishka? Obviously, enjoying the Mercedes catering this season, Nishka. After his efforts in Williams. I've never commentated with a driver live. What about yourself, Gov?
No, only pre-season. That's the only time I've done it. So, yeah.
Yes.
Probably, but maybe something that we can do again. Maybe
Yeah,
it could be a channel.
It'd be good, I think. Okay, so let's go on board with Dutchy Verstappen as he comes down the long straight here in Monza. Looking for turn 1. He's looking for just about 125. Goes hard. Clips the inside apex. Nice touch. Goes through the gears. Accelerating, trying to get traction as he comes around curva. Turn 3, which really isn't a turn. It's just flat out now. Put your foot through the floor, Dutchy, and off you go as we come down to the first of the S's. Braking at the 50 or just at the 100, probably a little bit scared. Putting in a banker light, comes through the two Lesmos. Slight touch of the brakes, down into 5th gear. Through he goes, accelerating way. Looking with 50 brake, just a slight touch on the brakes again from Dutchy. DRS now deployed. Down here on the main, under the straight, up to Motorola and up to Ascari. Looking for that 100 metre marker board. Brakes hard through the gears. Not a bad effort there. Well done through Ascari from Dutchy. Nice and smooth. Coming up into 8th, approaching speeds of 320 kilometres an hour. Looking for turn 11, Parabolica, the last turn. Looks at the inside apex, probably took a little bit too much curve. You can see the grass on that right tyre in the front. He's going to come across the line, and let's see what he does. It's a 1:19.399. He'll probably be a little bit disappointed. Plenty of mistakes there for him to correct.
Definitely Nishka's coming around in the final corner of Parabolica just behind Dutch as well after seeing that time 1:15, 16, 17, and it's a 1:19.139. Pushes himself up from P9 at the moment, and you've also got his teammate Ryan that's on an outlap, which I'm happy to take that one away if you're all good with that.
No worries.
Bronco, and I'll let you finish it on board.
Yeah, let's go with Bunking Bronco as he come across the line, yes. So he's coming across. He's gone purple for the first two sectors into Parabolica. This looks like a good time here for the fluorescent green wheelie bin. The Saubers, the last time we see it in the game, now the Audis. May I say, those Audi liver looks absolutely sexy. And he's actually gone for a slow lap. So let's go on that Williams. It was Spud, was it? We're talking about?
Ryan.
Sorry?
I'm on board Ryan.
Right.
Ryan Tyrell, down in P19.
P19, done. You're yours. Go for it.
He's just come through the sausage curve. Yellow flags flashing in sector 1, 2 and 3. A little bit of traffic in front. You can see Haas and Alpine and a kick so far, 46% on the battery. And a little bit of a lag spike there. I thought he was going to go off track into the wall, but he's kept it on to the track. A little bit of a tow. Could be a little bit of work here between the two Mercedes, as you can see. I think that is his teammate Ishka in front. So he's going to give him a nice little tow. Running in towards Parabolica, you can see 3, 2, 1, and he will move out the way very, very soon, or will he? Yes, he will. There you go, coming into Parabolica, very low on the ERS, burns it back up to 13%, now going to burn it all the way. Has that given him enough to push even further up the table? Let's have a look. No, unfortunately, only P14. Mercedes getting that wrong, I think, there a little bit.
Exactly. So we've got the Wog Man in the Aston Martin. He's going to be the next one in the Wog Jet. As I was referring to him, Ronaldo. Definitely not Ronaldo now that I know he's Wog Jet. So he's come around Parabolica. Let's ride on board with the Aston Martin for the very first time. His current time is a 1:19.193 down the main straight. DRS deployed. Approaching speeds of 350 kilometres an hour. Looking at about 125. Brakes hard into turn 1. Clipping inside apex, nice and smooth. Car wants to get glitchy, but Wogjet controls that really, really well. Accelerating wave, wants to get traction as fast as he possibly can. A little bit smooth, or probably a bit wide, not hugging curve it as tight as you would probably like to. Into the first S's, into Roger. Clipson, that was really wide there from Wogjet. He gave his entry into turn 4, a little bit of a bump into Lesmo 1. Slight tap on the brakes down to 5th gear, coming through. At the 50 mark, we accelerate away again. Deploying DRS again over this back straight. Wogjet, in the time he was yellow first sector. What's he going to be like here as he approaches Ascari? Yellow's coming in front of him. ERS around about 40% so far. Through Ascari he goes. Really well done there from Wogjet. Yellow's still flashing just in front of him. We're now gone green. Yellow, so he's slightly down on his best time as he comes through Parabolica. What's he looking at? 1:18.511 is the time to beat. Can he improve on what he's done? Here we come, down the main straight. Wogjet, what's he got in store for us? Across the line, and he has not improved. It's a 1:19.193. Still his best time. So
he's coming across and he improves. No, you're right, and DMV was just behind him, 1:18.2, so he's gone from a 1:18.5 to a 1:18.2, so the laggy car at the front is the one that's improving the most. The question is, he'll want to be out in the front, he does not want to be behind that car.
No, exactly.
Right now.
No, and you do definitely, I think they'll just let him go because he is jumping all over like a little rabbit. So, who we got on our outlap? So we've got Jordan Sears, what's he got coming through? Now he's on an outlap there. What else? We've got a McLaren. Is that Dutchy on another lap? Looks like it is. You want to take it away, Gav, as he comes down the main straight.
Yep, sure. Coming down the main straight, 1:19.399 to be at the moment. Both teammates are very, very close to each other. Obviously, Optimus Tryhard reserving tonight, but Dutch going into turn 1 very, very nicely. You need to get a really good exit coming out of that and really see if he can improve coming into the sausage curve, or as known as Rapper calls it, Delta. Up on that, look at that, 4.5 tenths already. This guy is flying, 64%. Oh, dipping the tyres on the gravel. He'll lose probably 2.5 tenths on that time, keeping it nice into Lesmos here, dropping onto the 50, getting onto the curve very nicely. Now it's power to the middle, to the second part of the DRS towards Ascari at the moment, burning a little bit of battery, leaving that last bit of battery for the last ditch at the straight there. You can see there he's lost 2.5 tenths by dipping on the gravel. Little bit out of sorts there in Ascari, probably will make it a little bit more cleaner. 3.5 minutes to go. I don't know if he's going to be able to get round and go again. We'll have to wait and see. But here we go. Coming into Parabolica, 14%, 16%, 18% on the battery. He'll burn all of it now to the line. Can he get out of the 19s and into the 18s? No, Oh, he can! 19.004 pushes him up to P11. Just misses the 18th.
Yes. So that will definitely be his last lap. Slushy, as now I'm just going to refer to him as 7-11. Through the DRS, here we go. The Red Bull, what a lovely livery this year it is. I know they've made a change to slightly blue and I love that pop on it. So here we go, braking at 125. Goes Slushy through the S's. Without Retrophilia, which I don't want to refer to it. I'm not very good with the Italian. Straight away, down here, down to Kurt Grande, round going 3. Looking to try and improve as he comes to the end of sector 1. Looking for that 100-metre mark. When McLaren gets out of the way, brakes hard, nice clip of the apex there. Nice and smooth there from Slushy. Goes through into the gear, into Lesmo 1. Again, through the gears he goes. Looking at 50, through Lesmo 2. Just a slight tap on the brakes. Foot flat to the floor, DRS deployed, approaching 320 kilometres an hour. Gets it to the right-hand side as he approaches Ascari. This will be his last lap, so he's got to make it count at the 100-metre marker. Clips the inside apex, looks through, gravels it, car wants to get twitchy, but seems to hold on nicely. He does Slushy. Through the gears he goes. Coming up to here for the last turn, the last chance for him to improve. Will he go into the 118s? Here he's at Parabolica, brakes hard, down to 5th. Accelerating away, again he touches the inside curve, gets a little bit of grass, he's actually going to box and that's it, his night's over. So he's not going to improve. NTV, Jordan and Brad are the waiting, sorry.
I was like bugger, but I'm trying to be quiet because that's my team.
Oh,
I'm
is it?
trying to be not favourite.
Oh,
yeah,
right.
trying not to be.
Not
There's no
playing
favourite.
no favourites here.
No favourites.
No
just gonna
favourites
move
here.
on.
Exactly.
Move on to someone else now. Rossi is about to set the time. Now this is dangerous. Now he's the only car that hasn't set the time. Other Ferrari. Now this would be insane to put both Ferrari at the top.
Well, that's it. Let's ride on board with him.
Look at that. Indian V, Jordan, Brad, Vu, Vettel, all on and out laps from P1 down to P11. So this is going to be the closing stages here. We've got Rossi 1 minute and 14. He will not be able to go. This is the final stint now. These guys are really, look at that, 18s from P1 all the way down to P10 at the moment. So cancel, P10, sorry, P11 and P12, 2,000ths of a second difference.
So Breadman is going to be the top 3. So we've been right on board with the Penny here. So he's currently sitting in 13 with a 118.542. Comes through turn up to turn 3, Curve Grande. And this is where it's going to count. How's he going to go? He needs to improve by 3/10. Brakes at the 100 metre, goes to the S, clips through the apex, nice and smooth there in the Penny. Haven't seen a Penny that smooth for a very long time. Goes through the Lesmo 1, nicely done there from Breadman. Coming through, accelerating away, again now. Up here on the back straight, DRS now deployed. Going through the gears, he's up to 8th. 320 Ks up on the right hand side, so we're really looking after that. And NDV, is he improving or is he just jumping over? Geez, I tell you what, he took a lot of real estate then. Redman lucky not to invalidate as he went through Ascari, but he was able to do it. He's hanging on, he's put the car on the left hand side. Last one to do, he's gone green and green yellow. Can he improve? He's gone through nice and wide. Track's clear. We come across the line for the very last time from Breadman. What's he got? It's not enough. It's a 118.398. Jordan Sears and NDV is going to be the last one across the line. Do we run with Jordan? Oh no, Jordan is. So NDV, the men. Oh geez, I'll tell you what, that is jumping. That is jumping around. Jeez, did you see that go?
Yeah, that's
bad.
He may get the black flag.
I think so. He's come around Parabolica and
wow.
Into
the gravel. Oh, I can't even read it. Oh my days.
Oh, and there's a McLaren that's gone. He's come across a 129.20 Vettel. Sears is going to be the last one across the line, and it's 118.339. I think we're having too much fun watching NDV and jump around actually.
Yeah. Well, Jetman, he is coming around. He's in P10. He's coming across the line. It was an improvement. I did see up to P5. Jetman from P10 to P5. Phenomenal. What about Brian? Nishka retired earlier on. Can he improve? Brian, can he improve as well? No, he's on 100% battery. That is it. Done and dusted.
Dusted.
Alpine and Haas. Good evening.
Yeah, there we go.
Wow. And Alpine. And sorry, VCAB as well.
Yeah, exactly.
And Rossi doesn't set a time. And is that retiring? No, that's not. No, it doesn't set a time. So Rossi will be looked at by the stewards for not setting a time.
Well, there you go. Any particular reason why he didn't seem to invalidate there, as far as I could see?
Interesting. I'm sure people are going to have their eyes on NDMV. Obviously, connection needs to improve because
Yes.
yeah, that is not good. It has been like that in the last few days. Actually, it was like that with Div 5 yesterday. We had issues with the lobby. That is really bad.
It's a shame. So let's wrap this up. And it's NDNV, the bunny rapper jumping around in P1, Jordan Sears P2, Breadman P3, Vettel in the Penny 3 and 4 for the Alpines. Take a photo of that and send it to the French people. Gentman, Kaz, Huey in the Visa Cass app, Spotty in the Williams, Tyler in the Kick Sauber, Spud Muffin in the Williams, Wogjet. We've got Buckner Brocco, Dutch Verstappen, Slushy, Brian, Nishka, Ops Hard, Matty AU, X267, Rossi did not set a time. And that's it. So we get on to the real stuff now. And who's your tip for the win here tonight? Jetman. Good choice. Just I expected more from Brian. He just didn't seem to get it all together. But always say, only buy your ticket to the dance, and here we go. If Monza isn't bad enough, put a little bit of wet weather around, and it's going to get even spicier. So, who forecasted rain? There we go. So, rain, a Ferrari on pole, which is jumping around like a bunny rabbit. Yeah, this has got all the makings, Governor, of an interesting turn one.
Oh yeah, this is just opened it up to a 50-50, hasn't it? You know, because rain just brings a 50-50.
It does. It does.
So just keeping an eye out. I know it's going to be really unfortunate if this does happen, but just keeping an unfortunate that the situation with NDMV, because he could get given the black flag, which means he will have to retire. So just keep an eye out at the moment. I've put a message out there to the stewards, to the head stewards. If he does get given the black flag, it will be mentioned to Lamb, his team principal, and he will be asked to retire. Right. Okay. Do you want me to take the start away?
Let's go. Go for it, mate. All yours.
All right. 3, 4, 5 red lights for the last race of the week at Monza. Division 3 and wet conditions. What can go wrong? Here we go. Some on the inters, some on the wets. NDMV hopefully is keeping... Oh, my days. He is lagging everywhere. Hopefully everyone keeps it close into turn 1. No, he's had to go off into the escape path. And, he's slowing right down. Letting everyone get past. I might have to call this myself, actually. NDMV may have to get that flag. I don't know if these guys are going to be able to... He's everywhere. Left, right, all over the place.
Yep.
All right, I'll let you continue. I'm going to do some typing.
You got to do some things. So we're right on board here with Jordan Sears in the Haas, and it looks like we have got a VSC. It's looking like it's ending. So chaos pursued at the end. We're getting on board with NDV here. Yellow flag track cleared. We are back racing now. Kaz, and it's wets all the way. It's going to be raining. It's stormy conditions here. So there'll be no deployment of DRS in this race. Kaz gets second, Breadman in 3. So it's 3-4 for the Pinnies. The Pinny TP will be very happy with the start there. Jetman currently lagging there in P5. Through the Ascari for the first time. Tyler in the fluorescent green wheelie bin there. Dutch Verstappen has got himself up to 8th position with Cristiano, the Wogjet P9, Spud Muffin 10, Exotic in the RB. Ops Slushy has dropped down there as they go through Ascari for the first time. So, riding on board here with Jordan Sears, who was able to get off the line. He's got the inters on. So he's taken a definite gamble here in these wet conditions. Does he have the grip coming down here on the main straight? It looks like Kaz is all over the back of him. Will he make light work here as we come down the main straight? DRS cannot be deployed, as you know, in these wet conditions. Looks on the outside. Jordan on the inside. Can he defend? He gets really, really wide. Kaz had to back out of that move as Jordan just could not get any grip. He's gone with the inters. What we'll do is let's take a look at the tyre situation. We can see a couple of guys on the inters. A lot of them, it's a bit of a half-up. A few guys on the wets, such as Kaz, taking advantage of that grip early, but does it dry out a little bit later on, or is the rain going to get even worse? Vettel tucks himself there. Jetman's now got himself into P4, and he's all over the back of Vettel in the Alpine. Breadman has dropped down to P5. Wongchat around about a bit over a second behind with Stud Muffin, and there's a bit of a chaos here through Lesmo 1. Oh, take a look at the McLaren up on the inside, goes into P8, and we have got a virtual, no, we just got yellows there in Sector 1. Great little move there from the McLaren all over the back of the RB. Now, as he comes up into Ascari, we've got Spud and Slushy in the RBs as well, looking to try and make a move as he comes through Ascari here. This four-way dance here, such earliness. We've already got player cutting warnings coming through. Oh, the Williams got a little bit squiggly there, and Slushy goes into P10. Wonder if we can see that on the Rush replay. No, we can't actually. It's not working properly anyway. So we go through there. Slushy, the grip of these wets is now starting to go. The McLaren in all sorts of damage, trying to get it accelerating down. He can't get it through. And Slushy up on the inside there. Meanwhile, up the front, we've got Jetman is taking Vettel. Vettel up there. So Jetman's got himself up to P3. Go, Gov, you're back with us, mate. So Jetman's got himself to P3. We've got Ops now in the McLaren. They're having a nice little dance here through turn 1. And on the outside, the RB's dropped from 7th to 9th. And it's the Slushy that smoothly goes through to P7. Lovely little move there from the Red Bull as he comes up to turn 5. Gov, you're back with us.
Yeah, I'm back. Yeah, lovely move there from Wogjet from P6 to P5, getting the move down on Brett in these conditions. These conditions are treacherous, but at the moment, Fat Cat will be laughing his head off. He's loving this. P1 and 3 for Haas, and Symphonic has got a driver in P2. We've seen 2 retirements. Unfortunately, Zotic retiring on track. That will be obviously looked at by the stewards. Someone, unfortunately, has not read the rule book, but that's unfortunate. NDMV, unfortunately, was given the black flag, had to retire, so unfortunately due to connections, that is not the night that he would want on a debut, or even Ferrari at the home track. But at the moment, he's absolutely chucking it down. The question is, are the Inters quicker than the wets? We've got moves going on here for the McLaren, and Vu are going at it. I'm on board with Vu at the moment. He is looking to make the move on the right-hand side. No, he doesn't. He breaks, leaves it, and let Optimus try hard to take Parabolica. Look how slippery that is around there.
Exactly.
Matty AU is actually now gaining on the back of Vu, and he's looking to make a move. So there is a bit of a gap at the moment. You can see from P1, 2 and 3, then there's a 1.1 gap now into 8 tenths, and then there's a 5.8 second gap to Slushy and P6. So there are gaps starting to film at the moment. Yep. But we've had 2 retirements. So far so good, but these conditions are not good for the drivers. But no. Lap 427.
Exactly. So the thing is, we're looking at the forecast. We're expecting about light rain in about 10-15 minutes. I tell you what, you've got the RB trying to look on the outside of those there, but Ops in the McLaren holds on to his position, coming through to Lesmo. And Hugh looking, trying to get a pass here through Lesmo 1. He thinks better of it. These guys are really dealing with these tricky conditions pretty well. I expected a little bit more chaos, even maybe a safety car, but well done to all the drivers so far. Not going too bad. Ops is starting to stretch away in the McLaren there. Hugh View, I can never pronounce half these guys. Guff, can they not come up with good English names that I can pronounce? Matty, are you in the
no.
Aston Martin as well? He's on the back of the RB. Spud Muffin in the 2 Williams. So they're 11th and 12 valuable points for the Williams. Nishka in the Mercedes P13. Bunking Brocco P14. Brian Taylor, who was well, he was really up there in the pre-season. He was my thought of maybe even claiming the title. He's way down there in P15. And Dutchy even back. So back in the front runners. And we've got a two-way dance into the corner. Kaz looked up on the inside. Jordan Sears was able to hold on. And now we have the Haas's in 1 and 3. That's Fat Cat's team, you said, Governor.
Oh, watch it, was on the grass, trying to make the move on Brett. Sorry, Rapid.
That's okay,
That
that's
was
okay.
audacious. That was audacious in the wet. That's insane. That reminds me of the George Russell and, was it George Russell and Bottas and Imola? They got and he put his tyres onto the grass and it was got a little bit wet and they went flying into each other. That was very, very lucky, but there's a lovely battle going on here. I've got a feeling that it's the Haas of Jordan is trying to maybe back up Kazuto to let Jetman get into it maybe. I'm not sure, but there is a different strategy there. You can see Kazuto's on those wets, but I'm not seeing a dry line form. Not yet. Really, really fighting the car in Ascari.
He was.
He's still fighting it. I'm just trying to work out who's the quickest car on track at the moment. There you go, Wogjet, 33.532 on the intermediates. I'm going to stay with Jetman. I'm going to ride on board with Jetman and just see Kazuto is using that car. He's drifting. He's not racing, he's drifting around Parabolica. 34%, 16. So Jetman will be able to attack him. If he can do it, let's have a look. Here we go. He's going to go for the move. He's got the speed. He's got the acceleration. Here we going to go. Here goes Jetman for the move for P2. Can he get it? Yes, he can, and has now into P1 and P2 on lap 6 out of 27. And you've also got Optimus that's just gone into P7 because Slushy has decided to come off the wet compound tyres and get onto the inters. So it's not wet, it's now inters. So quick tyre change there.
Yep, very good. And I mean, that's it. 1 and 2. Fat Cat will be dancing at the moment, dancing, singing in the rain. He'll be definitely doing that, probably enjoying his first scotch for the night. With a 1-2 with the Haas's. Kaz, he's going to need to box it. You are right, it looks like Inters are the tyre of choice, and Kaz is all sliding around. He's got Wogjet now for company in the Aston Martin. He's looking to make a move and get himself up into a podium position. Vettel's not far behind in the Alpine with Breadman, a little bit further back to in a bit, and then there's this monster gap of 10 seconds. Spotty in that coming through turn 3, or turn 6 there through Lesmo 1. A pass was made, but anyway, we'll go back to the front and Jordan Sears and Jetman. P1, P2, the two Haas's. What a really good race here so far. Jetman, he was your pick for this year and you might be just be getting your wish here, Gov. It's been a good start here from the two Haas's.
Oh, definitely, I'm over the moon for Jordan Sears, Dr. Mitz. This is a massive race for him. He's improved so much. Obviously, he struggled last season. But he's having a fantastic opener as well, and so is Kazuto. So some of these names, new names to the league, which is really good to see. Wogjet up there doing a stellar job in that P4, and the two Alpines as well, stellar points for them, P5 and P6. A little bit further down though, the Kicks down there in P13 and the Mercedes in 14th and 12th. So they're having a bit of a struggle. Obviously Slushy just gone into the pit, so he'll keep going. Dutch dropping down into P17. Rossi doesn't seem to be anywhere, unfortunately, in the Ferrari. He's down 18 seconds behind Dutch, so unless he is running a default setup, I don't know what's going on there. But there is a dry line. We are starting to see a dry line, and anything can happen. Safety cars can change this race and turn it upside down in a hole. Oh, there we go! Kazuto is now starting to lose it on the wets, and he nearly loses it into Lesmos, and could have collected Wogjet, but Wogjet looks like he's ready to pounce and make a move because he cannot mess around. He needs to stay with the Haas's, otherwise this is curtains, and it is a Haas 1-2 win at the moment. Lap 7 out of 27, 20 laps of racing in these conditions. I do not know if there's any behind the scenes footage or anyone can tell me, are we looking at a wet race all night or not? Because we are seeing a dry line. It is easing up a little bit than it was at the beginning. So these enters are going to be very quick, and I think Kazuto is going to have to start making a change because he is drifting around. He's drifting that car. He's not racing that car, Rapid.
No, he's not. He's drifting it. He's doing a bit of Tokyo drift. Just put him in a Fast and Furious here. And Cristiano Wogjet has got himself onto the podium positions. You are quite 100% correct. The Inters are the choice now. You need to get onto them fast. Kaz is just praying to be able to get through to halfway through so he can get onto a set of fresh Inters and get to the end of the race. So he's in P4, Vettel P5, Breadman P6, and then a massive gap here to the McLaren of Ops in P7. Oh,
You and Vu and Bunkin Bronco trying to make the move, and Vu moved over a little bit, and that could have been a bad accident coming down the main straight. Should be able to make that clear move down there. Should not be moving. I'm seeing a few front wings damaged, so might have to do a bit of a roll call to see a few damaged front wings, because You's just lost that left side, and that's going to hurt him in these conditions. And I've seen Williams also have lost the front wing as well. But a little bit of a dangerous manoeuvre there from Vu. Maybe looked at, but You is about to bounce and get the move done.
Exactly.
To P11. Oh, and here comes Snishka around the outside. He's like, you're fast asleep. I'm taking that as well. So Vu losing their concentration, and Brian's about to make a move, but Brian goes off onto the gravel. Absolute carnage at the back there. Back to you.
And Brian has completely lost it. He's actually brought out a yellow flag in Sector 2. Just got all sorts of sideways out there of Lesmo 2, and he's trying to reclaim his balance or retry get a bit of grip in there. Vettel has jumped up, and Kazoo is now in the pits. He's made the decision. He goes, you know what, I get off these wets. They're not the tyre. I need to get onto the inters, and it's a long, long way. 18 laps on these inters. They do wear well, but he's going to be a sitting duck later on in the race. What does Bunking Bronco do? He continues on down the straight as well. Kaz has come out. He's come out into P8. So currently up the front, and we've got Jordan. We've got a 1-2 from the Haas's. We've got Cristiano, the Wogjet, in P3. He is really now starting to close in on these two Haas's. He's going to make a bit of a battle of it. Vettel's about 3.5 seconds down the road, with Breadman another further 2 seconds. They've got a major gap there. Wogjet all over the back. Does Wogjet sacrifice raw pace for a wet setup? Because I tell you what, he's looking lightning fast in these wet conditions, is Wogjet. He's coming up here behind Jetman. Jetman just trying to defend as best as he possibly can as they come through Ascari here. Wogjet trying to get himself up and really take the battle to these two Haas's. Down here on the main straight, the Haas of Jetman goes to the left, looking for a little bit wet weather or dry line here as they come through Parabolica and onto the main straight. Looking for a little bit of slipstream assistance there from Jordan is Jetman. He is under a lot of pressure here from Wogjet now. They come down the main straight. Wogjet's going to deploy ARS. He's got the pace. He's going to come up on the inside. He's got the inside line to round one. Jetman just doesn't have the answer. He's going to try and a switchback of dreams like Max Verstappen style, and was able to hold on to P2. Jetman, great defence.
That was lovely. He had the grip because he went into the wet side on the track, which is obviously giving a little bit more grip as well, because on the intermediate, so that was very, very clever. And he's kept that position, but I think Wogjet does like the rain, so this will be very interesting. But a great job so far from the Hasses. But why they're doing this though, Rapid, they are going to bring the Alpines into it, so they need to be careful that it is not going to be a 5-way battle, because then if a safety car comes out, it's going to change this race up massively as well. We've got the two Alpines in P4, P5, the two Hasses in P1 and P2, and the two Williams in P7, P8 as Optimus Triad does get a little bit all out of sorts there, a little bit, but Bunkin Bronco is still on the wet tyres on lap 9.
Yeah.
Same with Brian as well. That is definitely hurting their race, because you can see that dry line now.
Absolutely.
With 17 laps to go.
Yeah, exactly. That is a definite dry line out there. And I just to tell you what, Bunkin really got sideways, and Matty AU, even with that damaged left end plate missing, just comes up on the back of the Sauber, and he looks like he's going to take him here, just if not here, but just past the Ascari is Matty AU. Looking just further up front and taking a look as the guys, our front runners, are now coming through onto the main straight. Does Wogjet look for it this time? Looking up on the inside, thinks better of it this time and bucks out. So Jetman, for one more lap, is going to hold on to P2. Just want to go down here and see what Kaz is now. Oh boy, he's getting sideways as well in those. He's got those 1 lap inters and really taking advantage of the warmer brand new tyres. And Kaz up on the inside is going to make light work of the. Oh no, he sticks him behind. I generally thought he was going to take a go. No, he doesn't. No, Kaz thought better of it. I really thought he was going to take advantage of those tyres, but wasn't able to do it. Good defensing from Spud Muffin.
I don't think he had the battery. He was on 0% going side by side with him, so ERS management not the best there. He will get the move done on Spud though. He is on those fresher tyres, but Spud's going to hold this though. He's got every right to hold it. He does have that penalty, and he does lose the front left as well. So I think that's both Williams that have both lost both of their front plates. I'm just looking here, looking on board with Spotty Dotty. No, Spotty Dotty's got it. It is Spud Muffin that's lost that front plate. But a good position for both Williams in P7 and P8. A little bit further down there, you've got Nishka. He's in a nice little battle there with the kick, and he's got Slushy behind him on those 5-lap inters. So 5-lap fresher tyres, but he won't want to be behind these for long. He'll want to try and, you know, get the move done. I'm just trying to hear the chat. People are saying I don't think it's going to dry by the end, so we'll have to wait and see at the moment. Yep. I'm just going to go back up again with Wogjet. This is the third try. Is he going to get the move done? No, he's not. He's still trying. But it's about that 3.5 second gap at the moment between him and Vettel, and it doesn't seem to increase. It seems to drop and then increase again. So just keep an eye out on that Vettel and Bread time, because if it starts to get around about the 2.5, I would then start to worry for Wogjet, because that means the Alpine is gaining.
Yeah, exactly. So battle here, lap 12 of 27. And Wogjet all over the back of the Haas's P1 and P2. The good thing is these three have been able to stabilise that pace, and they're starting to currently extend it on Vettel. Was about 3.5 seconds 2 laps ago. It's now sitting at about 4 seconds. So they've been able to stabilise that gap and now extend these top three, so they're away. Further down, Breadman about 2 and a bit seconds. So the Pennies will be happy in P4 and P5 so far. Spotty looking for a way around the McLaren here as they come through Lesmo. Will he take up onto the back straight, accelerating away the Williams? Does he have the pace here? Does not have the actual pace. He's got the pace, but unfortunately doesn't have enough room as they go through Ascari here. But you can just see the McLaren is getting real twitchy coming out of that exit, and it's only a matter of time, I think, and before Spotty really starts to clamp down in the front though. But Wogjet in the back, and he's not able to make it stick. He actually got really twitchy there. He was trying to make the pass on Jetman. What about Spot? He's now well and truly back. He's not going to make the pass on this lap, unfortunately. So the top three, they're starting to really put their stamp on this race, Governor. They're now 5 seconds away from Vettel in P4, and Breadman a further 2 and a bit seconds as that rain is intense, but it is starting to lightening up. We're expecting lighter conditions in the next 5 minutes.
Yeah, I think we may see. I think we may see these guys go. If it doesn't completely dry, I think we may see these guys go for another set of inters. I think they're going to be burning these pretty hard, so they may want to. I don't know if they'll go to the end. I think they'll burn out quite quickly. But this seems to be the only battle going on at the moment, this front three, and Wogjet just keeps getting closer and closer, trying to manage that ERS management as well. This is a great drive on the house, guys, though, I've got to say. Jordan and Jetman doing a fantastic job. Rossi has gone round there into P17. He's taking a little bit of an incident down there at the back. We go back on board. Can Wogjet get past now? 8.5 tenths burning that battery, trying to get the move done. This is going to be tough, and Jetman will just burn, stay behind his teammate, drop it down into none, and then start defending again. There you can see Vettel 5.3, so it's 3.5 now, 5.3. So he's losing a lot of time, and now Spotty Dotty is now the closest battle to Optimus Tryhard.
Yep, I'm on board with him.
With the DRS, no DRS, sorry, but we'll always trying to go, and he's going really far over to the right hand side there. Optimus Tryhard not giving him much room, going in the wet side of the track. Optimus Tryhard looks like he may have outbroke himself. No, he hasn't. He's got that spot on. And Spotty Dotty not getting the move done. Little bit of position changes at the back though. Tyler up into P10. Good work from Tyler. Yu down into P11. Very similar on tyre wear there. Slushy does get past Nishka. Dutch down there in P14. Bunk and Bronco down there in P15. Vu down there in P16. Rossi and Brian. Some really struggles tonight. But we're back on board with Wogjet again. And I'm going to push this over to you. Can he get the move done on Jetman? I think we'll take him for a full lap.
Exactly.
See if he can
Let's get on the log, man. In the Aston Martin, they look on the right-hand side, just trying to get a little bit of temperature back into as they come through Parabolica. But he's 7/10, it's probably going to be too far away from Wogjet. And the other thing, these guys are now lap 14 to 27. Who's going to be the first to blink and actually take the first pit stop? And he's now 4/10, Wogjet. He's coming down the main straight. He's probably not far. He's definitely not close enough. He's not going to make a move this time, unfortunately. Wogjet goes through turn 1, and he's pretty happy to settle there. Jordan is doing a really good, just dragging Jetman along. This is a really good team play from these guys. Jetman getting a slight slipstream, probably enough to be able to keep him in front of Wogjet as they come down into the S's. I cannot do my Italian governor. I'm not even going to try and attempt it. But Cristiano, Wogjet going through Lesmo 1, all over the back of the Haas's. When do these guys pit? Lap 15 to 27. The wear on these inters are actually quite strong, but you got to box sometime. Down the back straight. Just 5/10 as they come up and approaching Ascari. He's looking for a bit of water. Just tells you that the temperature might be getting a little bit too high in these inters. They're starting to wear Wogjet. 1 second the gap from Jordan to Jetman as they come down Parabolica for the next time. Do they blink now? Who is going to box first? Who knows? What about Jordan here? Is he going to box? Team orders here. You normally have your first runner boxing first and getting advantage. He's actually going to continue on. So's Jetman and so's Cristiano, Wogjet. But Wogjet is very, very close now. He's now within 2/10. He's looking up on the inside, but he still just doesn't have that pace that he needs to get past Jetman. And the Haas remain 1 and 2 as we go on to lap 16 of 27. The RB of Kaz up on the inside of Parabolica on the McLaren. Hopefully the McLaren sees him, doesn't try and switch him. He wanted to push him into the wall, did he? But no, Kaz has got through now and moves himself up to P7. He's now 4 seconds behind, but he was the first, had to get off those wet tyres. Inside ops! Wow! Just started, oh no. My controller has now gone. So we're back to, oh no, what's going on here?
Right, you want tech issues?
Tech issues as always. It's all good now.
Fine.
I've got it.
It's
I'm all
right.
good. It's all good. It's all good now. Sorry, mate. I've got controller one which glitches, so I've got to love that one. You don't need it. So back up in front, and we've got Jordan in P1 with Jetman, Chris Wogjet going through. Ops was able, you should have seen that little dart back up on Stud Muffin, but Kaz has finally been able to make that overtake stick, and now he's got himself into P7. Further down, Christian Wogjet. He's now really looking up the inside. He's less than 2/10. Does he have the pace this time? What's he think? Is he going to do it up on the outside now? Jetman defending for all he can. Great defense here from Jetman. Maintains P2. And at the same time, got a little bit twiggly coming out of the turn 2. Couldn't get the accelerator down. Traction wasn't there for the Haas. But the thing that he's doing here, Jetman, he's now playing the team game. He's allowing Jordan to get a little bit up the road. And now he's got a 1.676 gap, Governor, coming into those S's. So is Jetman realising he doesn't have the pace to go? He's trying to help Jordan win this race.
Well, yeah, definitely. Obviously, with 10 laps to go, as you can say, and Wogjet is still trying, and he's just, I don't know, we're just waiting for the situation.
Brian needs an invite, mate, by the way.
Yeah, I'm on to that. I'm just waiting for the situation for him to get the move done, and he's just going to time it. He's just going to time it, and then go for the move, really. The question is, when? When is that going to happen?
Yeah.
This guy in.
Yep. So right on board here with Wogjet down Parabolica. The question I'm starting to think of, because it's a wet condition, there isn't the need to actually box. So can these front runners get enough wear out of these tyres to go all 27 laps? It'll be interesting to see if they can do it. Jordan's now got himself a 2-second gap. Vettel's further down in P4 with 10 seconds now. So this top three look like they have got the podium places all to themselves. Redman further 2 seconds, Spotty 6 seconds, Kaz is now 5 seconds behind in P7. Ops in the McLaren, he's now 2 and a bit seconds away. We've got Spud through in the Williams, Tyler in the Kick Sauber with Slushy in P11. Matteo Yu and Nishka all over the back of him as they come through Parabolica, but probably a little bit too far away. Dutch 8 and a bit seconds behind. Bunky and Broncos, who has boxed here in P15, Vu in the RB 16, and the Ferrari. You were saying Ferrari doing Ferrari things here, Governor, and it looks like one has got the black flag, the other one's running second last in P17, and Brian, who was so good in that pre-season race, finishing 4th in Abu Dhabi all the way down to our last of our runners, and looks like he's about to get lapped. So Jordan Sears in the Haas, 2 and a bit seconds in front of Jetman in P2. Cristiano Wadjet trying to battle away, trying to find a way behind the Haas, trying to get past him, but it's been a really good defensive effort here from Jetman. They come down the main straight once again. Wadjet, just no ERS to think of. He's less than 10% here, and he just doesn't have it. Does he just try and settle down, take a couple of laps, build that ERS as best as he possibly can, and then deploy it on the main straight? Gets the traction out, not too bad. Jetman is starting to struggle as well on those 18 lap old intermediates. Whether they look to box, who knows, or are they going to start to look at going to the end of the race? We'll only find out a little bit later on. Vettel's really dropped off. He's now 12 seconds back in P4 with Breadman. So the Pinnies in 4 and 5, valuable points for the Alpines. Spotty further 5 seconds. Kaz now 3.5 seconds. He's starting to bring that gap in. He does have the 3-second time penalty for exceeding track limits. Ops 7 seconds away. Spud Muffin in P9 with Tyler in P10 in the Kick Sauber. So that's your top 10 so far. Meanwhile, up the front, and Jetman's been able to get 3/10 so far on him, and he's starting to bring it back. Cristiano is now starting to drop back. He's now 1.3 seconds. Was Jetman just managing his tyres, looking after those tyres to make sure he can get them to the end? Who knows? But he comes up onto the main straight again. Well, Jet, these guys look like they're going to try and stretch it out. I can't see any of them boxing, and it is light rain at the moment. Are they trying to stretch it? Because I can see the weather forecasters predicting overcast predictions in 10 minutes time, but with only 7 laps to go, it's probably not going to have enough time for the rain to stop and make it dry conditions. So these guys are trying to stretch it out as best as they possibly can. It's been a really good race from these top 3 guys so far. Jetman is starting to bring that gap down on Jordan. Now 1.3 seconds. Wobjet in P3 as he comes through Lesmo. He's now only half a second away, so this gap and intervals are toing and froing as we go around the lap. He's now deploying. Watch Jetman. He's got a little bit more ERS here to play with as they come down the back straight, looking into the wet area, trying to get a little bit of coolness in those tyres. So they're obviously starting to overheat as they go through Ascari, a dry line. Definitely starting to be nosing to be appeared. Question is, has it? No, it's still slightly raining, but it's nowhere near as bad as it was at the start of the race. So Jordan Sears coming through onto the main straight. He's led pretty much from start to finish. Got the jump on NDV or NDNV in the Ferrari, and has shown a nice clean pair of heels since then. Wogjet just 3/10 away, looks up on the inside, thinks better of it, and he is not going to make this overtake on this move. So with 6 laps to go, 10 minutes away before we go to dry conditions, it looks like we are going to have a wet race right through. So just going through, Kaz has got 3 seconds. You've got Spud there on 10 seconds worth of penalties, and Bunky and Brocco, he's got 3 seconds. So Spud the 10 seconds there, that was obviously for corner cutting, probably at the start of the race there. as he comes down the main straight. Still wet there, so rain's coming down. Wildjet coming through up onto the back straight. Hopefully we can get the guys back in. Dutch Verstappen and, oh my God, here we go. 7-Eleven, he's blinked. He's put the mediums on. He's taken a gamble. And Matty, are you and the Aston Martin? So it's going to be interesting to see these two guys. They have taken a real gamble. You can see that it's still raining.
Rossi.
What's that?
10 seconds speeding in the pit lane.
Oh,
for
no.
Ferrari.
Unfortunate.
This is a double DNF.
Yeah.
I'd say this is a double DNF.
Uh,
No, he's going to continue. Good to see. Good to see. I can't get Brian in. I can't find him.
Nah, fair
Cannot
enough.
find him anywhere.
Well, Slushy, or 7-Eleven as I'm now going to refer to him as, is on those mediums. And it's just going to be a matter of time. Can he close the gap? He's taken a big gamble here to get onto the mediums. It is slightly raining, so it's going to be interesting to see what he can do. Oh, geez, I'll tell you what, I reckon he's definitely gone probably a little bit too early here, Gov. I don't think it's the right move just now. It's probably 2 or 3 laps too early.
I just don't know if it's going to clear out. Like, oh, here we go. We've got another medium. No, I think it is. I think they're making the decision. They're making the decision.
Yes.
Question is there the top 5 going to? Because because as we've just still seen, and you're probably going to see this on the statistics as well, that Jet is still behind Jetman.
Yeah.
Still trying to get the job done. But the thing is Jetman's done a fantastic job because he's let Jordan just pull away 1.9 second gap. So it's now coming down again. This weather, it's confusing. It's confusing. But those inters are going to be so hot now.
Yeah.
If it really starts to dry up, and then that's when we could see a spin, as we could see there. The Jordan is looking really. Someone's gone off there, and that's Bunkin Bronco. I think it's gone off. Someone went off there. I'm just keeping on board with Jordan Sears.
Yep.
And
might have been Bunkin. It could have been there's Rossi coming off there. Yep. Oh, it's a 3-way dance here, coming to the... Oh, here we go, Nishka up on the inside. Good little overtake, and he shoves Bunky Bronco. 10-second penalty for Nish for cutting the corner. He forced the Sauber as well off the track.
Oh, yellows!
What?
It was yellows. Where's yellows? Yellows. We saw some yellows. Oh, that was Rossi.
Yep.
Oh, I thought we could see a safety car there. It's getting a little bit eager now. A
Yep.
little bit eager for safety car. Tyler with a 3-second time pen. Penalties are happening. We've got battles from the bottom, battling each other as well, which is lovely to see. But there we go. We've got Spotty Dotty, and they're coming into the pits. These guys are coming into the pits very late.
They are.
And they're calling it mediums. So the front 4, if they do not make a stop and these guys gain on the mediums, they could jump these guys from what we've seen, which would be catastrophic for Haas of what they've done tonight. So keep an eye on those times.
Exactly. So Kaz is 17 seconds down, and then you've got Vettel's a further 21 seconds behind Kaz. And Kaz had to box, if you remember, Gov, because he started on those wets and he just got chewed up by the top 3. So be interesting to see what. And they're in. The top 3 are in. Jordan, Jetman, and Christian have all boxed. They're coming in. They've made the decision that it's dry time. Now, what does Kaz do? Does he follow him in? No, he's going to continue on. He's taking the gamble. Wildjet's on the reds. He's gone the softs. Oh, Kaz has come out on inters. No, Kaz has gone through. Jordan's gone out. The Haas is on the inters. Christian Wildjet has come out and leapfrogged Jetman because he got held up in the pits. They've both come out on inters. Has Wildjet taken the punt? And has he taken the punt? And is he going to win this race from here, Governor? What a gamble. We're going to find out with 3 laps to go.
I've got no idea. We've got an onboard on Optimus Tryhard, which we'll jump on board with at the end of this lap. Well, just about to start, so we'll jump on board with that.
Yep.
Brad has got a 10-second for corner cutting. He's just lost P6. So we're going to jump on board with Optimus Tryhard. So much going on, but we're going to jump on board with Optimus Tryhard for an onboard because someone's requested it. So
okay, rightio. Well, you pull the through, Gov. In the McLaren, you're on board now.
Yep, there we go. So we're on board with Optimus. Slushy 10-second for speed in the pit lane. It is all going wrong for these guys at the back. Just change your camera angle to a POV on the McLaren.
Got it. Thank you. Got it. Done.
But it's all going on. We've got fastest laps coming up. We've got inters, we've got battling softs and inters, mediums, and guess what? You can still see trickles of rain on your screens. Well, I can. It's definitely. I've still not seen DRS enabled. That's the next thing that I'm looking forward to seeing. Penalties are happening. Bread may have just thrown away P6 there. Is Wogjet going to be able to get Jordan and Kazuto? Or is Jordan going to be able to get Kazuto within 3 laps? And he's got 3 seconds, so he will actually undercut and beat the Haas as it stands. And I'm looking at the moment, it's 16 laps to 1 lap on the intermediate, so this is going to be very interesting. I don't think he's going to do it. I don't think he's got the tyre wear in that V car, but if he can, what a drive from Kazuto as Optimus Trias is about to come into the final corner. I don't know where to look, but I'm going to jump on board.
I'm just going to get Wogjet, who's on the reds, and now that's come up to temperature. He's now starting to close. Now there's 4 and a bit seconds from Kaz and Jordan. So Jordan is real with 2 laps to go. You'd expect him to close that gap. However, Wogjet on the reds is now 1.5 seconds. Temperature's starting to get into those reds. You can see that it's now dry. The rain has stopped. The Haasers, who have led all day, Gov, are now going to take the ultimate pain here. And a win that they should have got. They got onto the wrong tyres. And Fat Cat's going to be crying in his wheat bix tomorrow morning when he had a definite 1-2. It could. Oh, Wogjet got a little bit squiggly down Parabolica. As they come down the main straight for the second last time, questions will be asked. Can Kaz hold on? Can Jordan hold on from Wogjet with 2 laps to go, Gov?
I don't know. We got some pens, requesting for pens at the moment, and that's going to be a massive one as well. Vettel gets the fastest lap. It is Vu now, a 3-second time penalty with 2 laps remaining. It is all going on. Kazuto is, I don't think he's going to do it. It's 3.8. He's 8 tenths in front at the moment. Jordan needs to make a big mistake. He is on those intermediates. If Wogjet can get near Jordan and hold him up, then that helps Kazuto. So this is going to be the question. Optimus try hard now with the fastest lap. I can't keep up.
No.
We've still got no DRS enabled. It stopped raining on the last couple of laps.
Exactly.
This is an absolute conundrum here. What we're going to see, there you go. Jordan Sears is going to win the Grand Prix at the moment with the 3 seconds. Spud Muffin now comes in with the fastest lap. Manny Ayu's just been overtaken by Spud Muffin. We've got yellows at the back there. I'm trying to work out where that is. That may
It's at the bottom. It's at the pit straight. It's at the pit straight.
Oh, this is
So
insane.
here we go. We've got 1 lap to go. Kaz is definitely not going to be able to. He's now 2.6 seconds ahead in Parabolica with 1 lap to go. The problem is now, look at Wogjet on those reds. He's within a second of Jordan. He's got 1 lap to make it count. He's probably got 2, possibly 3 good areas where he can actually overtake. Wogjet, can he get within? He's now within a second on those red tyres. This is the last lap. It's where it all counts. Kaz is not going to win. He's going to drop down to P3 at least. Jetman is not going to get on the podium. And from a 1-2, they're looking at a possible 1 and maybe even 4th for Jetman. So Cristiano, Wogjet, this is the last lap. He's now within 6 tenths. The pressure starting to mount on Jordan. Can he get those inters in? Wogjet doesn't have to win this on track because he's within 3 seconds as they come through. Lesmo 1 and Lesmo 2 for the last time. The Aston Martin, oh geez, I tell you, Wogjet just clipped the inside of the apex. The car got a little bit unstable. It comes down to these last few corners. We come down to the back straight for the last time. Jordan Sears trying to hang on to the win. Wogjet giving it absolutely everything he possibly can in those reds as we come through Ascari for the last time. Clips the inside. Wogjet, he's got the pace, he's got the tyres. Can he make this pass? We're down the straight for the very last time. Jordan got a really nice little good. He's got enough gap out here as we come through Parabolica for the last time. I think Cristiano's left it for the last too late. He's not going to be able to get there, or is he? We're going to come to the line here, Governor. It's going to be neck and neck, but I think it's going to be Jordan Sears who's going to hang on for the win. Yes, he is. So the Haas takes the win. Wogjet P2. Kaz, a really good reclaim back to the podium. Jetman in P4. Vettel, who was the first of the front runners on the mediums in P5. Spotty, great performance from him in the Williams. Breadman, P7. Ops, RBs. We've got penalties to come through with these guys as well. Ops has got a 3 second. 3 second as well for the RB of View. We've also got Tyler's got 3 seconds as well as they come across. So Tyler, Ops will be the next one across in the McLaren. What a finish, Gov. What a finish.
Oh,
Couldn't have
Slushy
asked me.
DNF'd.
Sorry?
Oh, Slushy DNF'd.
Oh, did he? Oh, that's a shame. Spud across the line. We've got a few across there.
Comment. No comment. No comment.
Dutchy in the
go,
other
you can
McLaren.
go. Oh, no. That was everything. That was everything. Wow.
So, look, I'll have a chat with you offline, but a 20-second time penalty has been thrown at somebody. Not too sure what for, but yeah, that's it. She's all over. Jordan Sears, what a win.
Yeah, fantastic. Fantastic.
Congratulations to him in the Haas. Brings it home. 1-4. I know Fat Cat would have been loving a 1-2, but I'm pretty sure after round 1 he'll take a 1-4. Great work there from Jordan. Hung it out there. So take a look here. Race winner, obviously. We have got Jordan Sears. Fastest lap went to Vettel, obviously on that last lap. Optus, driver of the day. Most overtakes, bunking Bronco. And cleanest driver was Vettel. So let's wrap this up. Jordan Sears, P1. Cristiano, P2. Kaz in P3. Jetman, P4. Vettel, P5. Spotty, P6. Breadman in P7. Ops in P8, Spud Muffin in P9, Tyler in the Kick Sauber rounds out our top 10. Then we've got Vu in the Visa Cash App P11, Dutch Verstappen P12, Matty AU in the Aston Martin in P13, Bunkin Bronco P14, Rossi in the first of the Ferrari, and he called it at the start, Gov. The Ferrari do Ferrari things here, and they called it as well. They absolutely bottle job there from the Ferraris this week in Monza in front of their home and dwelling fans. Nishka P16, Slushy, who DNF'd on the last lap in P17, Brian, who couldn't get back into the lobby, P18, Exotic 67, and NDMV, who got black flagged. And that's it, Gov.
Yeah, we've got the got the interviews now to see if these guys are going to jump in. We've got drive of the day and also the top 3. So you can you've got your own. You're set, mate. I don't even need to say anything. He's set.
All done. Hopefully it's coming through, so it's all good. So
although I did have a really slow puncture throughout the last lap, but managed to nurse it home and got a really good points for the team. So really happy about that.
Congratulations, exactly. So slow puncher at the end, so that obviously brought you back to the 2 guys. And so everything else went to the decision to go to the wets. Do you just think that it was that the conditions didn't suit the Inters? Do you think you made the wrong choice there?
Yeah, I definitely made the wrong tire choice at the start. So I feel like if I had the Inters at the start, I could have definitely brought the win here. But it is what it is. There's always next week and the week after.
Beautiful. That's it. We move on. So round 1 down out of the way. So I'm going to get Gov to put it P2, the bottle job Wogjet. Is all yours, Gov.
Oh, Wogjet, mate. I know from past experience you like the wet, don't you?
I love the wet.
I know you love the wet, man. No, but just take us through it. How the hell could you not get past him? Like, you tried so many times, and then he done you a good one there, because you got the move done, we saw it, but then he went into the wet area on the right, got more grip and got the position back. So just give us a little bit of an inside on obviously your battle with the Haas and also the race in itself, because the weather changed it up dramatically at the end there.
Yeah, look, that battle between myself and Vettel, mate, that was definitely kept me on my toes. That move, turn 1 was a cracker move, mate. I respect that, mate, to have the balls to do that sort of move. At first I thought I was a sneaky dog, but so it just, in my mindset, just gave me more incentive to try and catch him, and he was very hard to pass, mate. I tried. I think I just had to learn to conserve a bit more ERS, which I couldn't really do. It's something I need to learn a bit more, I think, is saving ERS for the moves. But yeah, look, and then yeah, we changed onto softs, which was a great strategy thanks to the boys, Ricciardo and Nabi. Like the engineering was really good. So we went to softs, and I was catching, really quick. And then I had a moment which I lost a fair bit of time, so that probably cost me the race. But my end goal was to get podium in my home country. I can't be any happier than that.
Yeah,
Congratulations.
I've just realised, obviously, with the name as well, that Rapid keeps calling you Cristiano, not Cristiano Ronaldo, because he's Portuguese. But no, a fantastic night, mate. It looked tough out there tonight. We saw the conditions. Obviously, quali was quite good, but then obviously the racing conditions. Just give us a bit of a heads up on how difficult it was out there tonight.
Yeah, look, mate, quali didn't go to plan. I know I got a bit more better pace than that, but I was sort of happy to start there. Look, the weather, like at first, it was really, really slippery. The inters come good. And then when we changed to the softs, I was a bit scared. I thought it was going to slide out straight away, but it actually gripped on very well. And I thought, yeah, I'm definitely going to catch him, because I knew I had the grip and the pace, and I was catching pretty fast. And then I had that moment, and it stuffed me. But it is what it is. And congrats to the top three boys. I'm very happy for them, and I'm happy for the first race with Aston, first round, and I'm really happy with my team as well.
Congratulations.
Top job. Bahrain next week, obviously sprint weekend, straight into it. More points up for grabs. You feeling good round there? Is that a track that you like? You feel that you can compete?
Yeah, look, Bahrain's definitely not my strong point, but I might just put a bit of extra practice in to get the feel of it again. And like the end goal for me is just to get top 10, get some decent points up there, and be consistent, mate. That's all I ask for.
Good man, solid job. And Rapid, over to driver of the day, which is Optimus Tryhard in the McLaren.
Congratulations to Optus, driver of the day. Nice little gap. You had plenty of time. You had a bit of action during there, but tell us about your race.
Oh, it was absolutely chaos. Like, first corner, I was 3 wide with people, got pushed off track, got yellow front wing. Then, luckily, managed to get through it. Apparently, I hit someone, but I didn't remember that because I didn't feel anything. But then, I think 4 laps later, I was in a battle with a few cars, and I kept getting brake checked, and I got red front wing. So from the whole lap, or the whole race, from lap 4, I had red front wing, and somehow managed to have good pace still, and then luckily managed to get the P8.
Oh, good on you, mate. Well, it's valuable points from the McLarens. There's obviously a long season ahead, so hopefully we can see you battling up there. Next, obviously, is Bahrain. What are your thoughts about that track? Is it one that you're comfortable in? Do you think that you can improve on the P8 from tonight?
Oh yeah, definitely. Bahrain's one of like my best tracks that that I can race at. I reckon I could have very good points there, and hopefully I don't get screwed over on the first corner again.
Rightio. Fair enough. Well, congratulations. Hopefully we'll see you back here, maybe even on the podium really soon. So on to our race winner. And I'm not too sure if it was Gunther Steiner on the pit crew making the last call to put both the Haas's on the Inters. I'm not too sure, but we're going to find out. So I'll flag over to you, Governor, to interview our race winner.
Yeah, no, Dr. Mitz, known as Jordan says, a bit of a difficult season last season. What a start tonight. Obviously, it looked like you and Jetman have got a real good bond going. Tell us about your race.
Yeah, it was good fun. First of all, I was a bit nervous towards the end, but yeah, shout out to Jetman especially for keeping Wogjet behind. We were cruising for about 22 laps there, and then we were both out of tyres. We both had the box 80% wear, so yeah, we both made the call to come in and double stack. It was a bit unlucky for him, obviously, having to come behind me, but otherwise we didn't want to risk a puncture.
Was the decision to just change it up a little bit because of obviously you were quicker or he was quicker? Because we see that I think it was a bit of a, you had the Wogjet behind your teammate that was putting on the pressure, tried to get the move done a few times, and then it looked like just by doing that made you pull away a little bit more. But then you then saw obviously the weather start to dry up. Was it a case of making changes, or did you know what you were going to do? Were you working together, or was it just a plan of attack to try and keep out in front?
Well, our first plan was we thought we'd get the inters to the end. Never had and wouldn't have to box, but we couldn't tire save enough. So we had to box, and yeah, we weren't sure softs or inters, but it was still raining a bit, and we saw that no one else was really gaining. But then when I saw he got in my DRS with the softs, I started worrying. I thought he's going to catch me, but I was sort of lucky he had a bit of a moment, and I could pull away a bit.
Yep. Congratulations. So it was a decision to go onto the inters, and you didn't even think about going onto the soft tyres at the end?
No, like I said, we sort of saw that the people around us were on softs and mediums and weren't really gaining too much time. So it was still raining. We thought, yeah, inters are probably the way. We thought Wogjet might go inters as well. So we were a bit surprised that he went soft. So that made it a bit more difficult for us.
I'm pretty sure Wogjet would have had a massive smile on his face when he saw you guys put the inters on, I reckon. But anyway, it is what it is, mate. Congratulations, Jordan, on the race win, mate. Well deserved. You basically left from start to finish. And, great champ. Great. And what about your thoughts with Bahrain? Is it a track that you enjoy?
Not really, but I'll put a bit of practice in and see how I go next week.
No, good stuff. Excellent. Anything else, Gov?
Yeah, I just want to. Have you got a point to prove this season?
Yeah, it was sort of my first season last season, and I sort of just got used to league racing. But yeah, this season I'd like to try and compete for the win and the podium more often.
Looking forward.
When you drive like that, you definitely will. That was a good drive, man. Well
Absolutely. Well, that's it. Well done to all our podium places as well as Opti for driver of the day. Congratulations, Gov. Thanks very much for jumping in the box with me today. It was. Hopefully it went across okay. There was a couple of technical glitches which will iron this out over the season, but very, very enjoyable doing my first commentary gig in Rush. Hopefully I haven't damaged my reputation enough that I'll get invited back next week. We'll soon find out, I suppose.
Yeah, no, it was good. Div3, obviously lock that in for yourself. Hopefully it won't be me. Hopefully it will be someone else. I do need a break, but I think to be honest with you, just obviously closing it out for all the races, it is a bit daunting going into the first race of the season. People want to prove themselves, people want to do well, but I think it's been an opener. We saw obviously a pure dominance from Mercedes early on in Division 1. We then see a very good performance from Kick, and then we've seen a very good performance from Astons, and now the Hasses. It just turns it upside down, which makes it even more exciting. So next week, obviously, Bahrain. Going to be very interesting. It's going to be lovely. I think it's going to be really good to see some of the new liveries in at a night race, and we're going to see, where everyone's at in regards, because obviously everyone's now got about a week. It was pretty quick turnaround after the draft, so now they've got time to, put themselves, get their foot in the door, and now start working with the teams. So yeah, been great. Been loved it. Don't forget, reserve program is tomorrow night. Tune in for it. If you want to take part in it. It's 2 races. So, Monza, then Bahrain. But thanks for all of your graphics as well. Yeah, I loved. I think he got a lot of compliments as well. So, cool. Yeah, he just runs it how he wants to run it. There you go.
I do
You're
what
in
I
full
do.
Control.
So, look, that's it. Thanks very much for jumping in, Gav. Look to our podium places. Congratulations once again. Well-deserved win from Jordan. We move on to Bahrain next week. It's been my pleasure, Rapper Bajala, taking you this week. We'll look forward to you next week. And until we meet again, it's lights out and bye for now. Good night, everyone.